And now, transmitting on an assigned frequency of 1460 kilocycles from the GJRB network in beautiful downtown Clinton, Iowa, it's the Gary Russen program. And now your host, Gary John Russen.
And big thanks to Blake Myers for that recording. He made those a number about a year or so ago for me, and we still kind of like to play that. As we return back to the final half hour or so of the Gary Russen program, here as we're going to conclude on GJRB Online only. We had a great time the first hour and 38 minutes or so. According to YouTube, that was like an hour and 24 minutes. But I think that's when, I know, somewhere along the line, that's where it froze and cut out. I'll have to watch the video at the end to find out exactly where that cut out on me. But anyway, we're just going to wrap it up here on GJRB Online with our regular features. And that includes our Weather on the Fives for Clinton. And we'll do our Spreaker shout-outs. And we'll do that as we wrap up our program. And let's continue our stuff here. And GJRB Online, and on this last hour or so, or whatever we're going to do it, we're going to wrap up this show with our Spreaker shout-outs, all the podcasters that listen to our program, and or, some of my great followers and podcasters here on GJRB Online who check out the show. So that's what we're going to do in this last hour of our program here on GJRB Online. And so we're going to, usually what I do is I put in another song, usually something that I can use to clean up, kind of post, because I'm one of those people that can't post and talk at the same time. Well, I can, but it's only if I just post without anything written. Usually I do that. Sometimes I try to do a lot of too much prep, and I don't have enough time for everything. So I have to resort to some routine that is backup whenever I have a situation like that. So that's what I do. So we're going to kind of throw in some jazz here while I get things rolling here. We've been playing some new music from our jazz collection and from our smooth jazz last Friday. Always bring you the best in jazz as well. Different kinds of music. It's absolutely fabulous. Here on GJRB Online. So while I'm posting, this is Georgia from the Marriott Ridge Jazz Band. On top of that, my headphones broke again. Oh well. Okay, that is Georgia. That's by the Marriott Ridge Jazz Band. Absolutely fabulous. That's kind of like a school type of orchestra there. Absolutely fabulous piece of music there for you on GJRB Online. Here on Spreaker, Gary J. Russen with you as we're wrapping up our show for today. Going to get ready to do our weather on the fives for Clinton, Iowa. Take a look at that, and then we'll do our regular segment where I do the Spreaker shout-outs. So that's coming your way here. But meanwhile, while we do that, let's take a look at our weather on the fives right now from our GJRB Spreaker Studios on Clinton's North End, wrapping up the Gary Russen program. Started off as a YouTube show, video, and then ended up as a audio on their GJRB regular Spreaker public site. According to Mayor Farms at the Eagle Point Station, let's take a look at what we got here. It is currently 69 degrees, feels like it. A southwest winds at about 12 miles per hour, gusting to 18. It'll be much warmer tomorrow. Forecast expected to be a little warmer. Taking a look at our barometric pressure right now, 30.06 inches of mercury, and I believe that's rising. It's at 10 miles on the visibility, partly cloudy right now, 55 on the dew point, 60% relative humidity. Yeah, your UV index is 6. That's high. Not too, it's kind of high. No pollen count, 29, good air quality. Dry conditions right now, 0% chance precipitation, but tonight's going to increase to 10. Mostly clear though, low 53 with west winds at 10 to 20 miles per hour, increasing to 5 to 10 miles per hour. For tomorrow, mainly sunny, high around 82, south-southwest winds at 10 miles per hour, so the wind's going to continue to be out of the southwest. Tomorrow night, though, we're going to get into some more rain, partly cloudy during the evening hours. Thunderstorms expected to become likely overnight with a low about 65. South-southwest winds, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chance of rain at 80%. Right now, current temperature at our Spreaker Studios, and of course, according to Mayor Farms Eagle Point Station, but our Spreaker Studios just above the Lions area, Main Avenue, 69 degrees. Weather on the fives, always on all daily live broadcasts of Spreaker. 25 and 45 past the hour on all music shows, 25:55 on all music shows, 25 and 45 on talk music shows, 25:55 talk shows, and that's going to probably be changing back when I go to the upper plan. But that's how it's staying right now. Weather on the fives right here on GJRB Online as we wrap up our program for today. And it is time now to take a look at our Spreaker shoutouts. Yeah, brought to you by Spreaker. Spreaker, broadcast to the world. There's a lot of Spreaker podcasters out there. And they're fabulous, each and every one of them. I love listening to a lot of them. We got some great people on here and put on a good show. And I like to promote them because I enjoy their programs. I look forward to listening to them every week. You know, they're fabulous. And one of them I look forward to listening to every week, and it's always fabulous, and that is the Caramel Conservative, Ed Delgado. Every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock Central Time, or whenever he gets ready to go on the air. He does a good show. He doesn't be not always, he's not one of those that he's like a concert. Doesn't always start on time, but he puts on a good show anyway. 8 o'clock Central Daylight, 6 o'clock Pacific, 9 o'clock Eastern. That is Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative. News, commentary. A lot of things he finds some really about the same stories I usually find when I do this show. He finds on his show, and he talks a lot about a lot of news. He does good. There's great people on his chat rooms every night. I say that because I'm one of them. And he puts on a good show. I love listening to him. It's Ed Delgado, the Caramel Conservative, every Tuesday night, right here on Spreaker. Does a great show. And then along with that, don't know when this guy's live, but he's fabulous. Comes out of Houston, Texas. He calls himself OBFSU, our Big Fat Soft Underbelly. Yeah, he's a man who has his commentaries and he does Light Will Shine. Always has a good, brings it home in his commentary. Great program. He's on every, I think he's mainly Wednesday nights if he's on at all. Then you just kind of have to catch his feed because you never know when he's going to be on. He does a great show though. I like listening to it. It's the OBFSU or Big Fat Soft Underbelly. John out of Houston, just above him in LaPorte, is another guy who does a live show, plays some great music from the 80s, and that's Black Dragons Radio. Yeah, BJ McNamara. Plays some great tunes, got a lot of great music. You just love listening to this guy. Jams, he does a free plan, but he does 15 minutes. He's kind of telling me we were talking one night on line, and he's kind of getting tired of flipping 15 minutes. I don't blame him. I would do it on Facebook if I was him, but again, rather on the YouTube. But you know how that goes. It's just, an hour and a half I got to do, at least a little over that. So I'm happy about that. But he's going to go to another podcast site. But he does a good show anyway. I hope that maybe he takes some of the show. I might try it too. I forgot what it's called. It's called Podcast something. I have to go through his... I'll find it. Anyway, puts on a good music show. And then we got... So coming up right after we get done with this show, live from MTFB Aviation Network, it's Zach Friller, and I think I'm not sure what's tonight. He does a lot of country music on Friday nights, so don't know exactly what he does. He does all kinds of stuff. Zach Friller tonight, next 6 o'clock Central Daylight. I think he might have already been on. I'm going to check the MTFB real quick. Just want to do that just for the sake of it because I get confused with that scheduling this. I want to go down to MTFB Aviation Network. Let's see. There's a show. Spirit Racing League. Road Rally was on here. Boot Camp Brief Show. Coffee and Music, that's another good show. These guys are great. MTFB Aviation Network. You got a guy who does this called the Coffee and Music on the Morning Madhouse. And then it's 5 o'clock somewhere with Zach Friller. He has a good show there. Plays a lot of great variety of music. He does classic rock. There's Classic Rock Tuesday. And then they did some kind of a racing league. Corsica Road Rally is on here. I mean, they do different things on here. They do better. I mean, they have some neat stuff on here. That's MTFB Radio. And they are a fabulous radio station here. And I listen to them all the time. Whenever I can. And like I said, I air their programs right here on GJRB, LPFM, Spreaker FM 88.9 after I get done. Because they have some great music to follow my show. And what a great act to follow. MTFB right here on Spreaker. So tune in for that. And I believe he does a live show. I should look for that. I'm going to go to my Facebook page real quick. Because I think I have the information on him on there. And I know that he's on there. If I go to my... free space under GJRB online because that'll give me a chance. It's under my saved under GJRB programming. While I'm doing that, I'll remind you at this and you can before I do that even I want to say that you can find all these great programs by getting on my Spreaker public site. That's www.spreaker.com/user/5120525 or just get on the Spreaker public site. That'll take you right in there. Or just go into my Twitter. Go in there where it says our show title, the Gary Russen Program 91319, and you'll see the Antique Radio emblem there. And when you click it, the widget will come up, and it'll take you right to my chat room. when you hit that comic book balloon there. And when you do that, you can listen to this show and say hi and stuff, and go to where it says followers. Those are all the people that I follow. You would go over to followers and go to the main page, and there's a list of all the programs that are on the air right there where it says followers and following. Okay, where you see that followers and following, you'll see the whole list, long arm list of some of the people that I follow on here. They're absolutely fabulous. MTFB Radio, Black Dragons Radio. There's a Black Dog Indie Country Radio, which I listen to once in a while. They're pretty good. They got some new emerging artists. I get ideas for my up and coming, by the way, which will be back on the air next month. Inspirations After Dark 64, WBRFM. They're all on here. Just go down the page. You get all different podcasts to listen to. Even the ones I didn't mention, like Bob Huber and the Huber Experience. Absolutely fabulous every time I listen to it. He's taking a break. He hasn't been feeling too good, so I hope we're praying for his health. He's been coughing a lot and having problems, so kind of concerned about that. So we're gonna keep him in our prayers there, so he can get back on the radio. He keeps having coughing issues. So Bob Huber, the Huber Experience. Also great people on here that you want to check out. Of course, I talked about him earlier. Mike Myers in the Radio Hope Network. Every morning, 7 mornings a week. He puts on a good show every morning, and that's a great show. Radio Hope Network, inspiration, talks about God, life, people. It's just fabulous, so tune into him. And they're all right here on Spreaker. You can find them all on there. And you go into the Spreaker public site, you'll find these, and you too can be a part of this. And if you start a podcast, let me know, and I will put you in the mentions list, and I'll listen to the program too. So check that out. That is right here. That is Spreaker, Spreaker. Now, it's spelled wrong on purpose for a reason. It's a podcast platform. Okay, and it's there, and you can put on your own shows. You can put on your own radio programs. It's fabulous. I got Zach Friller here. Here's Zach right here. Okay, I found it. Zach puts on a good show. It's a MTFB, and let's see, Friday today. Okay, let's see what we got here. MTFB Radio. Let's see, that's Friday live on the MTFB Radio. Let's see, Zach Attack Friller. Let's see what we got here. 1 o'clock to 3 p.m. Pacific time. So I think that he has 4 to 6 p.m. Eastern. So I don't know if he's on the air anymore or not. But or if he's going to be on live next. Zach Friller does put on a good show. He's got a show called Boot Scootin' Country. So I don't see the Come Join Me in the last hour. So I imagine he might have been already on, but I don't see him on the MTFB Spreaker public site. So I don't know if he was on already. I don't see that at all. So I'm going to check that here and make sure. But these are great podcasts, and you can listen to these guys. They put on a good show every time. I love listening to these guys. They're cool. So check it out. That's MTFB Radio. It's MTFB Aviation Radio Network, and all the great podcasters. And tonight, 11:05, actually 11:06 Central Daylight, 12:06 Eastern, and 9:06 Pacific. It's Spaced Out Radio with David Scott from British Columbia, Vancouver, British Columbia, on the right here on Spreaker. So tune in for that. And again, Spreaker, what a great place to broadcast. Great podcast community. And I might not get listeners when I'm on live here from a lot of them, but they do drop in from time to time. They just, I just saw somebody liked my show title there. That was Caramel Conservative. I saw that. Matter of fact, it's here. Ed Delgado likes our post. Meet the Spreakers. The Gary Russen program ends now on YouTube. So I'm hoping he watches that. I don't know if he's a YouTube subscriber to our station, but I'm hoping later on he is, because he can watch the videos. I'm going to refer him to that later, because he can watch the show that I do, which is entertaining in itself, to be honest with you. I even make myself laugh. I'm hysterical. Try to look for stuff, and it's, I just go all over the place. So it's check it out. Anyway, it's a great place to do this stuff. I love doing this stuff, and this is the place to have fun on the radio. Spreaker. And, there's many plans that you could be part of, but if you don't want to pay for the service right now, you just want to try it out, just go for free for 15 minutes. 15-minute podcast. Free. I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. I mean, distribute anywhere. Monetize your podcast. You can even make some money off of it. Not very much, though. I got to tell you from other podcasters. Enjoy your podcast catalog. There's a whole line of it. Your podcast home. Great stuff. It's fabulous. There's free speech. There's air talent, which I'm using right now, but I want to bump up to broadcaster pretty soon. They're already announcing a sponsorship for an upcoming week at the festival in Los Angeles at WNYC Studios. We can learn the way to some credible women in podcasting, including Spreakers, can't pronounce it, and Elena Angel, Spreaker, a prime member of the host of it. They got some good stuff here. So, I mean, check this out. Spreaker blog. I mean, you can enjoy Spreaker on a Chromebook. It's come up with this. If you ever have one of those that have a Chromebook, they have a compatible Chromebook Spreaker Studio thing. If you have a Chromebook, you can get this. Check it out. The first podcasting platform to fully support Chrome OS. So, I mean, you can't beat this. And Spreaker has a Facebook page. Just go in there and join the Spreaker community, because this is just fun radio. This is fun what I do in radio. Spreaker. And I think they got a new slogan for them now, don't they? Share your voice with the world. That's what it is. Spreaker. Spreaker, and share your voice with the world. And that is our Spreaker podcast. So check out all those guys. There's other ones we didn't mention. Wikipissa and Patty Cakes and all them. They have funny podcasts. They're fabulous. Check them out. They have all kinds of great podcasts on here, and you just got to check them out any chance you get, including Ed Delgado every Tuesday night at 8 o'clock right here on Spreaker. Coming up next on Spreaker, of course, is more great music, including MTFB Aviation Network coming up, and I hope it's Zach Friller and all that great music he plays. So if not, we'll see what's coming up on there. We'll keep on checking it. And meanwhile, back in the jungle, I'm going to wrap up this show by saying what we got coming up. Tomorrow, I will not be on the air. No radio tomorrow. I'm watching the Hawkeyes, okay? They're playing, it's the Iowa State game. It's I think it's either a 2:30 or 3 o'clock start. So I am not going to be on the air. That would really preempt me regularly if I was going to be doing the Talk FM my 9-foot signal 107.9, but I could do this show over, my show over on the here on 88.9. But I do like to watch the Hawkeyes, so I am not going to be on tomorrow. No radio tomorrow, but I'm going to check in. Maybe perhaps I'm going to start broadcasting on Sunday. We're going to do some stuff on Sunday. I have plans on doing a Sunday broadcast of Christian Rock. I'm going to be live streaming the Bible studies and stuff, so be watching for that. I'm going to post it, and we'll have the last 7 days live streaming Bible studies. Behind on those Bible studies, we got 2 more weeks left to go on that. So those are the Bible studies from last August. This would be the Bible studies from August 14th and August 21st. Those 2 are going to be uploaded. We're going to air those. We're going to do some live streams of those. And so I'm gonna do those on a Sunday, and then we've been not been having Bible studies at our church for a while, but our pastors are going on vacation, so we're not going to be doing Bible studies for a while. Neither are we going to be doing the last 7 days. So I'm going to repeat the last 7 days from. I got one last 7 days I have not uploaded yet. That was the one from the 9/5, September 5th. I have not uploaded that yet, so we'll have that one up this weekend. I'm going to work on getting that ready to go up this weekend. And when we get back to the last 7 days, I will be starting to upload those immediately. If it just be a live stream, we'll do it that way. I might even live stream it on YouTube to make it faster. I don't know. I'm thinking about let's just do it this way. We're gonna live stream it here on Spreaker and run it 45 minutes. I just dub it and then I just broadcast it so that when it runs out on the Spreaker session runs out, the 45 minutes is over. All I do is just click part 2 or final part and just continue the stream to the end. So I'll do it that way so that the feed. But coming up right around that corner, of course, live will be Sunday, late Sunday. I'm going to talk about a Sunday evening positive rock show. And then Tuesday, this coming week, I'm planning on doing the Gary J in the Morning Twin Spin Tuesday version again, the Positive Rock Show. Gary J in the Morning, Christian Rock this time round. And we'll do the Gary J in the Morning Twin Spin Tuesday Positive Rock Show on Tuesday. Okay. Planning to see if we could be on every week this week. Not sure if I'm going to try. Looking at, let's see, the 17th, that would be the one we do. The 18th, I'm thinking about another Gary Russen program in the afternoon, midweek edition, just here on Spreaker. The regular Gary Russen program, a midweek edition, semi-freestyle show. The 19th, I might be back on the air again from the Church of Christ studios. And then on the 20th, next Friday, would be the 3rd week of the month, and I'm thinking about repeating. Matter of fact, since we're not going to be doing the last 7 days for a while, I'm going to postpone and run this last 7 days from the September 5th, last 7 days. I'm going to broadcast that one as a broadcast next Friday. So next Friday at 1 o'clock Central Daylight Time, we will air the last 7 days from September 5th, followed by a encore presentation of the Way Out There show, the last show we did. So I'm going to be rerunning the last 7 days from September 9th, the last 7 days from September 5th, followed by an encore presentation of Way Out There, the last Way Out There show we did, which I'm going to kind of go in there, and I think it's on my Spreaker public site. I'm going to go down to where I have my shows and go to my Way Out There, which I think is still on there yet. No, it's not. Okay, I'm going to go in there. I know where it's at. It's the previous last Way Out There show we did. Okay, it's not on here anymore, so I'm going to run an encore presentation of that program. So we'll air that one on. Live on next Friday. So it's going to be rerun day next week. Rerun day next Friday, starting at 1 o'clock Central right here on GJRB Online. We're going to try some programming, various things here, so tune in for that next week on the GJRB Online Network. So we're getting close to the top of the hour, so I'm going to close out the show and see, that's it. That's going to wrap it up for the Gary Russen program today. Thanks a lot for tuning in. We had a great time doing the show. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Had a great time talking with you. It was fun doing the video on the GGRB TV YouTube channel. We'll do that again next month, and we'll do a live, and then sandwiched in between, we'll do a radio, and then we'll go live one more hour on the GJRB TV YouTube channel. So enjoy the video. Okay, once again, subscribe to the GJRB TV YouTube channel, and of course hit that notification bell that tells you when we're going to be on the air live on YouTube. Until then, thanks a lot for tuning in. I'm Gary J. Russen. Hope you enjoy the Gary Russen Program Freestyle Friday YouTube show. Until next week, have your best evening ever. So long, everyone. You hear great jazz on GJRB with the best of jazz, up-and-coming jazz, and smooth afternoon. If you can't get enough of jazz and you live in the Quad Cities area, tune in to KALA, St. Ambrose University in Davenport, Iowa, at 88.5 on the FM dial. Along with some of that great smooth jazz, you'll hear a lot of great jazz programming, and programming in other great music formats, like blues, urban, including rap, also classic R&B and Motown with David Baker on Rewind, Friday nights at 6 p.m. Central. In addition, you get programming in Spanish and some great gospel programming too. For more information on that great programming you'll hear, check out their schedule at www.sau.edu/KALA. Even if you don't live in the Quad Cities area, you can enjoy KALA anywhere in the world with their internet stream. Connect with KALA. Listen and enjoy. Recently, the owner of Facebook had to face Congress over personal information on Facebook users. In addition, users were saying that their postings were being deleted. Getting sick and tired of your censorship and your data being used without your permission? Do something about it now. Come to MeWe, the internet social site that values your freedom. No more deleted postings. Make a step to freedom. Sign up today. It's easy. Go to www.MeWe.com. That's M-E-W-E. MeWe, the internet's free speech social site. End times are upon us, and we need to know what's happening. Knowing the truth is key to survival. There are lots of news events going on in the world that have certain significance to end-time happenings. Listen, as men and women gather to discuss the news and how it lines up with Bible prophecy on the last 7 days. Uploaded as a podcast Wednesdays and run live every third Friday at 12 o'clock noon Central on GJRB. You never know when GJRB is going to be on the air. More programming, more often, on the internet, on GJRB. This is the GJRB Online Network.